times 12. And we had to estimate it, so 1 and 2300ths would round down to 1, and 12 would round down to 10. And 1 times 10 is 10.
One and 2300 times 12. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. Cross out the 2, make Mama happy. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 1 is 1. Then you add them up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. Bring down your decimal. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 1 plus nothing is 1. And that's how we got our answer.
Perfect. Ruby, you wanna hit? So there's 1 and 3 times 26. 6, then you round it 1. And then 3 is not bigger than 5, so round down the estimate, and then to 1, and then that would stay the same. And then 6 is bigger than 5, so put it down to 30, and then you take 1 times 3, so that would be 3. Then add your 0, and then the estimate would be 30. And then we had to multiply it, so we'll do 1 and 3/10 times 26. And 6 times 3 is 18. Then 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And then you'll cross out your 6 and make Mama happy. Then you'll do 3 times 2, which is 6,
then 2 times 1, which is 2, and you'll add that up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 7 plus 6 is 13. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And then here you see that there's one number behind the decimal, so you'll put one number behind the decimal, and that's the answer. Okay, so the estimate for 23 would be 20. Okay. So it would stay 0 because 2 stays the same. And 14 rounds to 10. And we times it. So the estimated answer would be 0 because 0 times 10 would be nothing. So the standard algorithm would be 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. The 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And 4 times 0 would be 0. Bring down a 0. So then you just 1 times 3 would be 3. 2 times 1 is 2. Then you put the 0 there. Then you add it. You add it, and then 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 3 is 12. 2 plus 0 is 2, and then plus 1 is 3, and then 0. You bring down your decimal. Or you don't bring it down. There's 2 numbers behind the decimal, so you put it right in the hundredths place. So, it's 4,500 times 26, and we're going to answer it later. So we're going to estimate. So we're going to estimate it's going to be 0. And then times 30. equal,
Zero times 30
well, okay, do it. And the standard algorithm would be so 6 times 5 is 30, so you carry the 3 and then the 0. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 3 is 27, carry the 2 over. 0 times 6 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Cross out and add a 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And 2 times 0 is 2. And that's 0. Plus them all. Carry 1 and put it down. She did that and add that.
First we did a smart estimate. We did 7. We turned the first number into a 7 and multiplied. And then we turned the 28 into a 30, and that equals 2, 1, 0. And then we multiply 7, decimal, 0, 6 times 1, 8. And multiply that first one. So we're gonna do 6 times 8, 48, and carry the 4. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 4, be 4, and then 8 times 7 is 56. And we're gonna carry the 0. So 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 will be 1. And then 2 times 7 is 14. And then you're gonna add these. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus nothing is 1. So there's 2 numbers behind the decimal, so you're going to add the decimal right there. The final answer is 197 and 6,800.
you do a smart estimate of 6.32 times 223. Or we round to the nearest whole number, then we round the 6 and next to that number is a 3, and it's not 5 or greater, so it's a so it's a 6, and in 200, the 2 in the hundredths place. Next to it is the 2 in the tenth place. It's not 5 or 5. It's not 5 greater, so it's 200. And you times that, and it equals 1,200. And now for the problem. Oh.
So now we are gonna times 632 times 223. And then there's 2 numbers behind the decimal right there. 2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals 9. And 6 times 3 is 18. So now we're gonna make Mama happy. Now we're gonna cross this out. 2 times 2 is 4. And now 3 times 2 is 6. And then we're going to do 6 times 2. And that's 12. Now we're going to make happy. We're going to add another 0 to it. Now we're going to cross out this 2. 2 times 2 equals, let's see, 2 times 2 equals, I need to erase this. I made the 12 too big. I'm still here. Okay. So yeah. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Now we're going to do 3 times 2. That's 6. Then 6 times 2 is 12. So now we're going to add these up. Okay.
6 plus nothing is 6. 9 times, okay, 9 plus 4 plus nothing is 13. Carry the extra 1 to the next place to the left. 8 plus 6 plus 4 equals 19. Dang it! Carry the 1 again, and 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 1 equals 9. And 1 plus 3, huh? 8. Oh, it's 10. Then you add a 1 and into the next place. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. And 1 plus nothing is what?
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay.
One the
One, so we forgot to put down the zero. Is that a zero?
It's a 0.
Okay. Is that a zero? That's a 9. That's a 9. 3, 6, and there's 2 numbers behind the decimal, so we're gonna come up here, put the decimal right there, and this is your number. I just run this in circles. Our question was 7 and 600 times 208. So our rounded value or number is for that is going to be 7, and that's going to be 200, and then our answer is 7 times 2 is 14, plus your 2 zeros, so it's 1,400, and then your standard algorithm is 706 times 2. Then the other number is 208. And then 6 times 8 is 48. And then 8 times 0 is 0 plus 4 equals 4. And 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, and then if you want, it's easier for me just to say, oh, there's a 0, everything is going to be 0. So you just bring down that 0, and then the other 0 for the tens, and then you do 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 0 plus 1, sorry, is 1. And then 7 times 2 is 14. And then it's
and then, so it's 8, 4, and then your decimal is right there, so you're going to bring that down to right there, and then 6 plus 2 is 8,
And 5 plus 1 is 6. 4 plus nothing, 4. 1 plus nothing, 1.
and then your answer is 1,468 and 48,000. Heard it.
The problem we are solving is H, and it is 151 and 4,600 times 565.
Okay, listen. So to round it, we look at the first number to the ones, and then we look at the second number. And since it is a 5, we're going to round up. So the 1 is going to become a 2. And then the 555 is going to become 600. And that equals 1,200.
We are going to we are go.
It would be
200 times 600, and you would have to add, well, if you cover up the zero, these zeros, and these zeros, then you would have 2 times 6, which is 12, and then now you have to add the 4 zeros, and so when we did our estimate, because it's not an answer yet, we aren't going to put an actual equal sign. We're going to do, because it's an estimate, we do these squiggle thingies. So we're estimating that our answer is going to be somewhere to that.
okay. So we'll be multiplying 151 and 4,600 times 555. We're not going to worry about that decimal because that sometimes will confuse some people. So 6 times 5 is 30. So you can have the 0 and put the 3 up here times. So bring the 3 up here. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 is 23.
5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. 5 times 5 is 25. And 5 times 1 is 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Okay, and because we're done with this 5, so we're gonna add a 0 and make Mama happy. And we have to clean up here. She doesn't like a dirty house. And now we're going to do 5 times 6, which is 30. And we're going to add the 3 up here and put the 0 down here. And we're going to do 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 3 is 23. So I'm gonna put the 2. I'm gonna carry the 2 and put the 3 down here. And then I'm going to do 5 times 1. We're not worrying about the decimal yet. And that's gonna equal 5. And then we're gonna have to add 2, which will be 7. And then 5 times 5 is 25, and we don't have to add anything. So we're going to carry our 2 over to the 1 and put our 5 down here. And then we're going to do 5 times 1 is 5, add 2, which will be 7. Okay, since we're now moving into the hundredths place, we are going to add 2 zeros to represent that we're going into the hundredths place. Okay. We also want to clean the house. Okay, so 6 times 5 is 30. Put the 0 down here. Add the 3 up here. Add the 3 up here. Next we're going to do 5 times 4. Well, 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 3, 23. Next, we're going to do 5 times 1, which is 5, plus 2 equals 7. Which equals 7. And then we're going to do 5 times 5, which is 25. Put down your 5. Carry your 2. Okay. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. Now you're going to add them up. And we're going to do all of the zeros. They're going to be 0, 0. 0 plus 0 plus 3 is going to be 3. This is 0, 0. 7 plus 3 would be 10. You're going to put your 0 and carry your 1. 7 plus 3 is 9, plus 5 is 14, plus 1 is 15, and I'm going to add a little 1 there, because I'm going to carry my 1 and put my 5 down. And then 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 5, 19, plus 1 is 20, so I'm going to put my 2, carry my is 20, so I'm going to put my 0 and carry my 2. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 5 is 14. I'm going to carry my 1 and put my 4. And then I'm going to do 4 plus 1 would be 8. And up here, there are two numbers. This is supposed to be a 6. And because we have two numbers behind the decimal, that's the decimal, we are going to put the two numbers behind it. And we're going to put a comma because you count from the back, 3 numbers, and then you put a comma. So our answer is and our estimate is a little bit bigger because we rounded up both of them, so our estimate's going to be a little bit bigger than the real answer.
Dennis walked on the beach every afternoon. In the month of July, she walked 3 miles and 4,500 miles each day. How far did Dennis walk during the month of July?
Okay, so we're going to take 3 and 4,500 miles. 500 miles times 31 because during the month of July there's 31 days. Then we're going to times that. Then 5 times 1 is 5. And 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. Then we're going to cross out this number, and we're going to put a 0 here because that represents that we're in the 110th place. And then so 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So then we're going to add those together. 5 plus nothing is 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. Nothing plus nothing is 0. 1 plus nothing is 1. Then since we have 2 numbers behind the decimal, we're going to put a decimal. We're going to take our decimal here, and then we're going to move it 2 places over.
Okay, so during the month of July, Denise walks 106 and 9,500 miles during the month of July.
A gallon of gas costs $4.34. Greg puts 12 gallons of gas in his car. He has a $50 bill. Tell how much money Greg will have left or how much more money money he will need. Show all your calculations.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is times $4.34 times 12. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Then cross out the 2 because we're done with that, and make the 0 here to show you're in the 10th place. 4 times 1 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. And 4 times 1 is 4. So then I don't add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 4, 10. Plus 1. 8 plus 3 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. Add the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Then, since there's 2 numbers behind the decimal, you don't want to put the decimal right here. Alright.
I'm gonna subtract 52.08 minus 50. You bring the 8 down because the 8's on the top. That's a 0. That's a 2. And 5 minus 5 is 0, but you don't need to put that because that'll mess your answer up. So then you add the decimal because in the hundredths place, because in the back here there's 2 places, and then you put the decimal.
That means he has $2.08. $2.08 left. Or $2. Yes. Wait, no. He still needs $2.08 more.
Seth drinks a glass of orange juice every day that contains 6 grams of 0.6 grams of vitamin C. He eats a serving of strawberries for a snack after school every day that contains 0.35 grams of vitamin C. 3,500 of vitamin C. How many grams of vitamin C Seth consumes in 3 weeks? Okay, so first you have to take 6/10 times 7. Because there's 7 days in a week. 7 is 42. Carry the 4. And 0 times 7 is 0 plus 4 is 4. And it equals this answer. So now we have to take 3,500 times 5.
There's 5 days in the school week on a normal regular basis.
Mhm. Oh well. Five times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2 is 17. 0 times 5 is 0 plus 1 is 1.
So now you're going to take.
Now you're going to take both of your answers and you're going to just add a 0 to this one. So 4 and 20 hundredths plus 1 and 75 hundredths. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 2 plus 7 equals 8. 9. And 4 plus 1 equals 5. And since they are decimals and there's 2 numbers behind the decimal, we're going to put it right in between the 5 and the 9. So now since you have this answer over here, if the pen will want to write, you need to take it times 3 because it says in 3 weeks. So that means you have to times it by 3. So that's how much he has per week, not per day. And 5 times 3 is 15. And 9 times, we'll carry the 1. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28. And then 5 times 3 is 15 again, plus 2 equals 17. And, and then, so, you're gonna, since the decimal has 2 numbers behind it, you could just a visual way put the decimal ending and have 2. So, yeah. Seth will
Consume on 17 and 8,500 grams of and that is our answer.